Believe you me, after Trump, America is finished. It's not about Trump. I don't know the man, and I'm getting no benefits out of this anyway. Believe you me, I've never seen him. I've seen him on YouTube, whatever, here and there, bits and pieces. But I don't know him. But I'm telling you, Trump is the last one. Because after the trumpet will be blown. You know why America is going to fall? Which is the United Nations, yeah? 2 reasons. Because America is challenging God at the moment. It's challenging the Lord. It's going to fall for 2 reasons. One, internally. The other reason is externally. The internal reason, there will be traitors within America. There are traitors within the White House. There are traitors within the Pentagon. There are traitors within the governmental system. Traitors who have sold America. And the reason why these traitors came up on surface, because America walked away from the Lord. The Lord allowed them to be punished. To teach them that I'm in charge, not you. You think you can rule the world? It is the Lord who rules the world, not you. So when you challenge me, I will allow infiltrators from within your circle to come and do wondrous things, destroy America. A lot of traitors are within America. And the external reason, it is the wrath of God. Jesus Christ will come very heavily on America. The wrath of God. But internally there is a lot of traitors. They literally sold. You'll remember this. The day America goes, remember what's going to happen to the Christians. Very harsh. Very harsh. But the problem with America, it will take the rest of the world with it when it goes down. And we read in verse 2, look at this. And he cried, the Lord, mightily with a loud voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, is fallen. And when the Lord says it twice, he means that it is fallen. There is no 2 ways about it. There is no escape. It will fall because America doesn't want to repent. There are good Christians in America still, but it's diminishing. They took the Holy Bibles out of schools. LGBTQ, RSTU, VYZ, they're introduced everywhere. This is the UN. The UN introduced all these laws. You know, it's human rights, remember? Human rights meaning the human can do whatever, however, whenever, with whoever. So if this human comes and one day he says, I want to marry a dog, United Nations says there is a law that protects your rights. You can marry a dog. And when they introduce this law and force the churches to marry same-sex, then there is a law that protects those people and force the church to marry them. And if you don't, the church will be closed, fined, and you'll be persecuted and prosecuted and thrown in prison. Because the law of the land says you have to marry these people. The church needs to abide by the laws. A day will come, they will force the churches like they did in some states in America. And when they bring it into the kindergartens and primary schools, and then come and say to this little innocent angel, do you feel you're a boy? Who in their sick mind think this child knows what they're doing? So you are going to dictate and say to the parents, you have no right to teach your child. It is the UN that will teach your child, because we pay money to Australia and other countries. Money. Do you know when any country welcomes refugees, do you know where they get the money for those refugees? The UN pays for it, not Centrelink. But you think Australia is a nice country? They just bring people in? No. They get rewarded for it. You bring this many people into your country, we'll give you this many millions. So when they give those millions, do you think they're going to give it for free? No. In return, the country is ours. So we do whatever we want to do next time. So when we bring in laws, you implement them, Mr. Prime Minister, because you're just a puppet doing what we dictate to you. That's what it is now. Governments are puppets. Nothing more, nothing less. It's surfaced up now. Everything is in the open, in the clear. So now they're going to teach your child. Parents, whether you like it or not, tough luck. I would choose to die with dignity, not with disgrace.
Sometimes I ask myself many questions, and one of the questions that I normally ask myself at most is a question of if America goes down today, or if America falls today, are they going to, look for the black people? Are they going to, ask them to forgive them or something? Because I'm looking at all the oppression, I'm looking at all the things that black people have gone through in white people's hands. I'm looking at colonization. I'm looking at slave trade. I'm looking at racism. I'm looking at segregation. I'm looking at the laws that were built, like the Jim Crow laws and many other abnormal laws, you see. So I'm looking at things that black people have gone through in the presence of the white people or in white people's spaces. I'm looking at how white people invaded Africa and stole everything, and even today they're still taking everything, and they're still also trying to control, all the affairs of the black people and all of that, without even wanting to care if it really helps or it doesn't help. If black people cry, that is the happiness of the white people, and they keep on saying they're not doing anything. So my question, I was just trying to think out loud. If today the American empire goes down, what will the white people do? Will they feel guilty, or will they come to the black people and ask for the forgiveness or cry for them for mercy and all of that? I'm also looking at how blacks have been calling out and asking for reparations all this time, and whites have been turning this down every single day, and many people have been against black people getting reparated. Now, why am I thinking out loud, or why is this thought coming into my mind? I'm having this thought because I'm lately coming across a lot of prophecies that are, prophesying for the fall of America. And they're saying that the fall of America is inevitable, which means America is most likely to fall anytime. And this is because of everything that has been going on to America recently, right? Now, I want to take a look at these videos. I will come back and say more in regards to the same.
What I saw. The Lord Jesus came and he told me, he said, your president is about to be taken out by an assassin. He said, I hold the church accountable for what is about to take place in this nation. And as I was sitting here, I saw the whole thing pan out in front of me. He showed the whole thing. The angels were behind him. The glory coming to my house. And I started yelling. I said, Lord, how? How did this happen? How is this going to happen? We have prayed for this man. We have interceded. We have stood in the gap. We've done and he said, the church as a whole. You're not the church by yourself, Brendan. Their channel is not the church by itself. The church as a mass whole. He said, pride has come in his heart. Pride has come in. And he has opened a door through counsel of ungodly people and advising him on what to do concerning the nations. And because he has opened this door from counsel and that demonic spirit that I saw poking his brain, influencing his thoughts, the church is supposed to pray. And the Lord showed me decisions that were being made were not what He wanted. And because of these decisions, it was opening a door for a demonic attack. As I saw this, and I saw pride fill his heart, and I saw arrogance starting to slip into him, I saw a covering that was not covering him on his front side. He was coming down, it looked like Air Force One or something, and I saw a man a long ways away with a .50 caliber weapon that had a scope on it that big. He had a black stocking hat. He had black shirt, black pants, black combat boots. And he was laying on his belly, focusing in. When I saw this incident happen, I saw the projectile go through his body and almost make him, like, it was awful. The Secret Service didn't even know in this thing where to go. And I tell you, this is very serious to me. And I'm telling you all, this is very hard to even talk about this. But I feel by the Spirit of God, we must pray. And I believe we can stop this. I want to say that. I'm a watchman. And even with the ear and everything that the Lord has showed me, it's been very precise, I believe, concerning this man's life, and praying for our economy, praying for the things that I have seen. And I love him. I love his family. And I'm not here to, I want to make that very clear, because I know I have law enforcement watching me, but this is a very serious thing. I brought it to the elders of the church to pray. And this is exactly what I have seen. And I bring the good, the bad, the ugly. I always do, and I'm precise. I don't add to anything, and I do not take away anything from it. But as I saw what I saw this scope on this firearm that was that big. It was huge, and he was from a long ways, and he was military trained, and he was Russian, and I saw Macron and him negotiating and talking things through. And it was Macron and the Russian government. God help me. When this happened, I saw the Secret Service looking everywhere. They couldn't see how far it came or how it happened. And they were in a panic on the ground, and I watched the whole thing happen. I saw immediately World War III pan across my face, and a major war broke out in Europe of likes we've never seen before. It was a retaliation immediately for what just happened to our leader. It was the most awful bombardment of missile strike because of what he has set in place, if anything ever happens to him, to retaliate immediately with vicious force. And when this happened, I saw a bombardment of which we've never seen before of any generation, with conventional weapons, like I told you. A wound that will not be fatal to the church, but it will bring the bride to the side. It will shake the nations. It will shake things.
Believe you me, after Trump, America is finished. It's not about Trump. I don't know the man. And I'm getting no benefits out of this anyway. Believe you me, I've never seen him. I've seen him on YouTube, whatever, here and there, bits and pieces. But I don't know him. But I'm telling you, Trump is the last one. Because after the trumpet will be blown. You know why America is going to fall? Which is the United Nations, yeah? 2 reasons. Because America is challenging God at the moment. It's challenging the Lord. It's going to fall for 2 reasons. One, internally. The other reason is externally. The internal reason, there will be traitors within America. There are traitors within the White House. There are traitors within the Pentagon. There are traitors within the governmental system. Traitors who have sold America. And the reason why these traitors came up on surface, because America walked away from the Lord. The Lord allowed them to be punished. To teach them that I'm in charge, not you. You think you can rule the world? It is the Lord who rules the world, not you. So when you challenge me, I will allow infiltrators from within your circle to come and do wondrous things, destroy America. A lot of traitors are within America. And the external reason, it is the wrath of God. Jesus Christ will come very heavily on America. The wrath of God. But internally there is a lot of traitors. They literally sold it. You remember this. The day America goes, remember what's going to happen to the Christians. Very harsh. Very harsh. But the problem with America, it will take the rest of the world with it.
All right, welcome back again. Now, whatever it is said by the people, or whichever the thing that is being talked about in the city, in town, or in the community exists. It is there and it really exists. And if it's not there, then it's coming. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because of what I'm hearing. I'm coming across a lot of people, professors. I'm coming across a lot of ministers, a lot of men of God, preachers, and many people that are actually prophesying for the fall of America. They're not only black preachers and black professors, also white preachers and white professors. And so you cannot say that it is just something that is from a certain community, or just something that is just is being maybe talked about or spread by a few people. And I feel like it's gonna be so bad, and these people are gonna feel something that maybe something they never anticipated, something they never expected to feel. And all this is because of how they've been behaving. Now, the fall of America is falling simply because of one thing. America is falling because of a lot of ignorance. And I will tell you one thing. Black people have been talking about, they've tried to put America, or they've tried to save America for a very long time. But the problem with the United States of America is one. They always feel they are the best, right? In that they cannot listen to other people. Like, for example, the black race. Why? Because they've associated black race with foolishness. They've associated black race with people who are not informed, misinformed, misguided, And every time they've been disqualifying the black people's assessment. So sometimes black would come and say, this and this is wrong, and let's not do it this way, let's do it this way. And they'll say, like who? Okay, as who? Do you even got the power to be talking to us about this? You yourself, you don't got to know anything. You don't have anything in mind. You don't have anything in your head, Like, you're just people that we took from a land of black people, a land where everybody is misinformed, A place where there is nothing to show, no development, no greatness, no wealth, and all of that. A country that is full of diseases, a place where there is full of poverty and all of that. Do you have guards to tell us anything? You can't tell us nothing. And so that is where they have placed the black community, okay? And so America would have been saved if they would have at least given their ear to the black people. Mind you, the people that are standing at the middle of the fall of America are the black people. And you're going to ask me why. I know most of you are surprised, or maybe you're shocked when I'm saying that. Now, let me put it clear. Let me break it down for you. America was built, it's an empire that was built on genocide. It's an empire that was built on lies. Okay? It's an empire that was built on destruction of resources, destruction of other people's property, killings of young people and old people. They did a lot of genocide. They committed a lot of crimes, especially during the time of colonization and all of that. You're going to see America doing maybe Western, okay, let me not narrow down to America, the Western countries, the Europeans, they did so many bad things. America is falling because it is one of them. Now, all the great empires that committed crimes fell. French Empire fell, right? Roman Empire fell. We had greatest empires existing before. Belgian Empire fell. Germany Empire fell. And so we are having an empire that is called the US, the American Empire. American Empire will soon also fall. And the reason American Empire will fall, it is because of the lies that it was built on. It's because of the genocide that it was built on. It's because of the, because of the crimes that it was built on, and all of that. All right? And all these crimes, all this genocide, all these lies, they were committed on black people. Okay? So right now, as you're living, as we are existing in this world, the black people they went through tough time under the hands of the white people, all right? And so the country has been built on all these things, and that is why it is booming right now, okay? Because every resources was stolen from the black people. There is nothing that America had. It was stolen. And even today, they're still stealing. They're stealing from Congo. They're stealing from South Africa. Stealing from all these countries. And I don't really know if they are ready for the change or for what is coming. Because there would be people that need to be forgiven, or they need mercy, the mercies of God. They would have changed. They would have changed. They would have at least, start even trying to reach out to the black community, trying to reach out to the black people, making it up to them. Like when you do wrong, when you make mistakes, the only way for you to actually live better, the only way for you to be free is when you confess. After confessing, you apologize. After apologizing, if there is anything you took, give it back. That is what even the Holy Book says. You cannot steal a cow from someone. You go with that cow. And then after some time, you come back to this person and tell them, please forgive me for stealing your cow. And you still have that cow in your home, grazing. Yeah? You're milking it. You see? Then you come to this one and tell them, I'm sorry for stealing your cow. I'll not repeat again. And you have that cow in your home, milking it and grazing. And then you expect this person to forgive you. It's very difficult. So that is what is happening. That is what has happened with the white communities. Okay? So all these things you're saying, all these prophecies you're saying, they are likely to be coming true anytime soon. And I think if there is any fall that is coming, it was a fall that was earned. And anything earned is given. Tell me what you think about it. I am Atamba Heti. This is African Streamline. Until next episode, peace out.